What if I told you that the jar of yellow turmeric powder sitting in your spice cabinet right now is practically useless? Curious, you might sprinkle it into your soups or maybe even mix it into a tea, thinking you are doing something wonderful for your joint pain and inflammation. It feels like a healthy habit, doesn't it? But here is the hard medical truth, and it might be frustrating to hear. If you are over 60, your digestive system simply cannot absorb its healing power without using it in a very specific way. It is like having a treasure chest full of pain relief sitting right there on your kitchen counter, but you have never been given the key. Sighs. And so, you stay trapped in that exhausting cycle. The stiff, aching knees that dictate how far you can walk. The restless nights that leave you totally drained. And those frustrating 3 a.m. trips to the bathroom that have become your unwanted nightly routine. Hi, I am Dr. Anya. What if the key to breaking free from all of that was that one single spice you already own, just used the right way? In this masterclass, I am going to give you that key. We are going to break down 5 specific, highly potent methods to unlock the true biological potential of turmeric for bodies over 60. I will show you exactly how to use it to soothe your joints from the outside in, dramatically reduce those nighttime bathroom visits, and finally get the deep, uninterrupted sleep your brain needs to heal. I am saving the absolute most powerful method, a concentrated formula that acts like a reset button for your entire system, for number 1. So stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could change how your body feels for the rest of your prime years. Let's start with a unique, targeted approach for your worst joint pain and work our way up to the ultimate remedy. We will start with our number 5 method, and we are going to work our way up. This first method works completely from the outside in. This is not about drinking anything or taking another pill. It is about delivering pure, concentrated relief directly to the exact source of your problem: size. This is specifically for those nagging, localized pains that become the focus of your entire world when you are just trying to sleep. I am talking about that arthritic knee that throbs with a dull, heavy ache, that stiff shoulder that screams in pain every time you try to turn over in bed, or those swollen fingers that feel stiff and inflamed. Exhales. It is for when one specific part of your body is so loud with pain that it keeps the rest of you from finding peace. The science behind this is wonderfully simple and direct. By applying a warm turmeric compress to the outside of your body, you are delivering a soothing message directly through your skin, completely bypassing your aging stomach and your entire digestive system. When applied topically, the powerful compounds in turmeric soak through the layers of your skin and go to work right on those irritated tissues, muscles, and nerves. It physically interrupts the signals that tell your body to create swelling. When you combine this with the gentle warmth of the compress, you drastically increase blood flow to that stiff joint. This brings fresh oxygen to the cartilage and washes away the inflammatory compounds that cause you pain. Here is exactly how you make this soothing compress tonight. In a small glass bowl, mix 2 tablespoons of high-quality turmeric powder with 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger. The ginger adds its own warming, pain-relieving magic. Now, slowly add just enough warm coconut oil to form a thick, spreadable paste. You want it to look and feel like mustard. Now, listen to me very carefully, because here is a warning I cannot stress enough. Turmeric will stain absolutely everything it touches a bright, permanent yellow: your skin, your pajamas, your bed sheets. To prevent this, first, protect your skin by rubbing a thin layer of olive oil over the entire area of the aching joint. This creates a safe barrier. Next, spread your warm turmeric paste onto a piece of clean cloth or gauze. Apply it directly to the joint and secure it loosely with a bandage wrap. You do not want it tight, just snug. Let that gentle warmth and healing power sink in for about 20 to 30 minutes before you go to bed. Then, gently wash it off. You will be absolutely amazed at how much calmer and quieter that joint feels when you turn the lights out. While that external compress is a fantastic tool for one specific noisy joint, what if your pain is more widespread? What if you wake up with a general feeling of stiffness, heaviness, and achiness all over your body? Curious. For that, we need to work from the inside out. And this brings us to method number 4. This is not a recipe, but the foundational biological secret to making turmeric actually work inside a body over 60. The main healing component inside turmeric is called curcumin, but curcumin is incredibly stubborn. On its own, it is very difficult for our human digestive tract to actually absorb it. It is like having the perfect key to unlock the door to your pain relief, but the key is big, clunky, and you just cannot seem to get it to fit into the keyhole size. Because of this, most of the turmeric you eat passes right through your system and into the toilet without ever getting into your bloodstream. But nature has provided a simple, brilliant solution: black pepper. Black pepper contains a special compound called piperine. Think of piperine as a master locksmith. When it enters your digestive system, it ever so slightly changes the lining of your intestine. It changes the lock, allowing that big, clunky key of turmeric to slide in and turn with ease. This simple act of pairing turmeric with black pepper unlocks its full systemic power. A landmark medical study showed that when you take turmeric with just a tiny amount of black pepper, your body can absorb up to 2,000% more of it. Let me say that again, because it is crucial for your healing. 2,000% more. This is not a small improvement. It is a complete game changer for your inflammation. So, here is the golden rule you must follow from this day forward. For every half teaspoon of turmeric powder you consume, you must add about a quarter teaspoon of finely ground black pepper. And for an extra boost of absorption, always take it with a source of healthy fat, like a spoonful of olive oil or coconut oil, because turmeric is fat soluble. It needs that fat to carry it into your cells. Understanding this single principle is the master key to unlocking the true, body-wide healing power of the next 3 methods we are about to discuss. Now that we deeply understand the absolute necessity of pairing turmeric with black pepper to unlock its power, let's talk about the most comforting and soul-soothing way to use it for overall relaxation and a truly peaceful night's sleep. Sigh. This brings us to method number 3, the famous golden milk. This is an ancient recipe that has been used for centuries, and modern science finally understands exactly why it works so beautifully. This method is specifically for those evenings when the main problem is not necessarily sharp, physical pain, but a nervous system that is stuck in overdrive and a mind that simply will not turn off. You find yourself replaying conversations from the day, worrying about tomorrow, and your body feels tense and restless as a result. Exhales. This warm, fragrant drink acts like a gentle lullaby for your entire nervous system. It is a warm, calming hug for your biology. The secret of golden milk combines 2 very effective principles. First, as we have established, the curcumin in the turmeric works to calm that low-level, hidden irritation inside your body. Think of that inner inflammation like the low hum of a refrigerator. You do not always notice it during the busy day, but in the total quiet of the night, it is all your nervous system can hear. Curcumin helps to turn down the volume of that hum, creating a state of deep internal quiet. Secondly, the gentle warmth of the milk itself is a powerful biological sleep signal. When you drink something warm, it slightly raises your core body temperature. As your body then begins to cool down to its normal temperature, this physical cooling process sends a powerful, primitive signal to your brain that it is time to prepare for sleep. Here is how you make a perfectly effective cup of golden milk tonight. In a small saucepan, pour about 6 ounces of your preferred milk. Almond, oat, coconut, or dairy will all work. Gently warm it over low to medium heat. You want it to be pleasantly warm, not boiling, because boiling can destroy some of the beneficial compounds. To the warm milk, add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon to help balance your blood sugar while you sleep, and a tiny pinch of ground ginger. And now, for the most important part, add a tiny pinch of finely ground black pepper. You will not even taste it, but it will make all the difference in how well your body uses the turmeric. Stir everything together until it is smooth. If you enjoy a touch of sweetness, add a small spoonful of raw honey, but only after you have taken the pan off the heat. Sip this beautiful golden drink slowly, about 60 to 90 minutes before you plan to go to bed. While golden milk is the perfect solution for calming a restless mind, our next method targets a very specific physical problem that is the #1 sleep destroyer for millions of adults over 60. Curious? Method number 2 is the nighttime guardian. This is for the incredibly frustrating cycle of waking up night after night with that urgent feeling that you have to use the bathroom. This cycle of waking up, walking through the dark, and then trying desperately to fall back asleep can leave you feeling completely exhausted the next day, no matter how early you went to bed. Size. This method combines our super absorbable turmeric with another natural powerhouse to specifically support your bladder and prostate health, helping you sleep through the night. The science here focuses on a very common issue that happens as we age, particularly for men. The prostate gland can naturally get bigger over the decades. Think of it like a clamp slowly tightening around a garden hose. This pressure creates that constant nagging feeling of needing to go, even when your bladder is not actually full. The powerful anti-inflammatory properties of turmeric can help to calm down the swelling within those tissues, which helps to ease some of that physical pressure. But to make this truly effective, we pair it with a very special ally, cold-pressed pumpkin seed oil. Why this specific oil? Because pumpkin seed oil is loaded with special natural helpers that act like smart traffic cops for your hormones. Their specific job is to help stop the signals that tell those tissues to keep growing and swelling. So you get a powerful, synergistic 1-2 punch. The turmeric works to calm down the existing irritation, while the pumpkin seed oil works to address the underlying hormonal cause. Here is the simple nightly routine you need to adopt. About 2 hours before you go to bed, take 1 full tablespoon of high-quality, cold-pressed pumpkin seed oil. It actually has a surprisingly pleasant, nutty taste. Immediately afterward, take your supercharged turmeric and black pepper combination. You can use a pre-made capsule that contains both, or mix half a teaspoon of turmeric and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper in a small amount of warm water. Taking them together allows them to work as a team inside your body overnight. But remember, the absolute key to this method is consistency. This is not a pharmaceutical sleeping pill, it is a biological repair process. It takes time for these natural compounds to build up and make a real difference in your tissues. You must stick with it every single night for at least a few weeks to begin noticing a real, lasting change in your nighttime patterns. And now we arrive at our number 1 method, the absolute most powerful biological tool of them all. Excited. We have covered direct relief for a single painful joint, a comforting drink for a restless mind, and a targeted remedy for nighttime bathroom trips. But this final method, the concentrated golden paste, is the most potent, versatile, and complete systemic remedy you can possibly use. Curious. This is a highly concentrated, ready-to-use paste that you can make in one simple batch and keep in your refrigerator for weeks. This is specifically designed for the person who feels they need the strongest possible intervention for deep, nagging, body-wide inflammation. If everything hurts, and you are desperate for the deepest, most restorative sleep cycle possible, this is for you. The science behind the golden paste takes absolutely everything we have learned today and elevates it to the highest medical standard for natural absorption. Here is exactly how you make the definitive recipe. In a small saucepan, combine half a cup of high-quality turmeric powder with 1 cup of filtered water. Stir it well and let it simmer over very low heat for about 7 to 10 minutes. You must stir it constantly, as it will thicken into a rich paste. Once you have a thick, smooth consistency, take the pan completely off the heat. Now we add our biological taxi service. Add 1/4 cup of cold-pressed coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil. Remember, turmeric is fat-soluble. It absolutely needs this healthy fat to carry the healing compounds through your intestinal wall and directly into your bloodstream. Finally, add 1.5 to 2 full teaspoons of freshly ground black pepper. This is the locksmith that opens the door for absorption. Mix everything together with a spoon until the paste is completely smooth and glossy. Transfer your finished golden paste into a clean glass jar with a tight-fitting lid and store it in your refrigerator. It will stay incredibly fresh and potent for 2 to 3 weeks. To use it, start very small. Begin with just a quarter teaspoon each evening. You can stir it into a small amount of warm water or non-dairy milk. As your aging body adjusts over a week or so, you can gradually increase to a half teaspoon or even a full teaspoon per night. Now, I know exactly what you might be thinking right now. Dr. Anya, if I drink any liquid with this paste at night, won't I still have to get up to use the bathroom? That is a perfectly valid concern. Here are my strict rules to get all the anti inflammatory benefits without the nighttime trips. First, keep the volume small. Mix your paste with no more than 5 or 6 ounces of liquid. Second, timing is crucial. Drink this a full 90 minutes before you even think about lying down to sleep. This gives your kidneys plenty of time to process the liquid. Third, never mix this with diuretic teas like green tea or dandelion tea at night. And finally, use the double empty technique. Just before you get into bed, go to the restroom as you normally would. Then, wait for exactly 30 seconds, relax your shoulders, and try to go one more time. You will often be surprised that a little more comes out, and that small difference is what keeps you asleep at 3 in the morning. My dear friends, today we have talked about much more than just a kitchen spice. We have talked about taking your independence back. I am simply inviting you to conduct a small, gentle experiment. Pick just one method from our masterclass today, whether it is the external compress or this golden paste, and promise yourself you will try it for the next 3 nights. Pay close attention to how your joints feel when you wake up. If you are ready to reclaim your deep restorative sleep, I want you to go down to the comments right now and type, "I am taking my rest back." Please subscribe to Dr. Anya Health 60 Plus. Hit the like button to help this life-saving information reach others, and share this video with someone you love. Take care of your body tonight, sleep well, and I will see you in our next masterclass.